Right, evening guys. Quick introduction of who I actually am. My name's Paul and I run Eyeball Armoury. Eyeball Armoury, it's called Eyeball Armoury because I used to game a long time ago, about 20 years ago. I used to play a game called Counter-Strike and my name in it was Eyeball Paul. So it's just come along with me. Eyeball Armoury. 3D printing, that's what I'm into. Basically got into 3D printing. It was just before lockdown, COVID lockdown. I was on Marketplace and someone was selling a 3D printed helmet in my local town, and it was a Mandalorian helmet. And I thought, well, I had nothing else to do. I've always been interested in sort of card body work. I'm quite crafty. No, I like art, as in I like to make things. I was good at art school, and it's kind of gone on from there. Yeah, so lockdown. Found this helmet, I bought the helmet and decided to make the helmet, and I made it my own. It was the first helmet I made probably about 2 years ago now. I don't own it anymore. My mate wanted it, so I decided to let him have it. And I got into my own printing. I then went out and bought, I then bought probably about 4 or 5 more prints from this guy. One being the Rex, which is bang up on the display over there, and the other one being Cody, which is next to him. And I did those. Then he said to me, I've got a Darth Vader one if you want. So I had a Darth Vader off him, and I would only come to me as a raw 3D print, so I would have to do all the prep work, all the filling, sanding, priming, painting, all the bits that go with it. And that was the last one I actually bought, because then I went out and bought myself a printer. Then I went and bought myself another printer. And then I went and bought myself another printer. There's a bit of a pattern going on here. And then I bought myself a resin printer. So I've got, at the moment, I've got three filament printers, and I've got 1 resin printer. And I've made, well, if you've been sort of seeing the videos that I've been doing, then I've made quite a few things. I'll quickly give you a show of just a couple of, some of the things that are on the wall there. All of those are 3D printed. There's some at the top as well. So yeah, I didn't have anything to do, so I decided I got into gardening as well. So my workshop was out in the garden, and I had a nice little patch of potatoes and bits and pieces, and I used to sort of like work in between. Obviously lockdown, nothing to do, and I really enjoyed 3D printing. I'd love to learn how to actually model, as in make my own models on software on a computer, but I need CAD for that, and I haven't looked into any of that at the moment, but it is something that I would like to look into. So yeah, so basically that's it. That's who I am. I'm from England, south of England, and I'm 50 years old, and I sit in my workshop probably most evenings making Star Wars helmets. Each to their own, I suppose. I could be out drinking, I could be out doing lots of other stuff, driving around in fast cars, and well, at 50. Yeah. So yeah, that's who I am. My name's Paul. If you like the content that I've been doing, then follow me. Click the subscribe button, and you'll see a little bell next to that as well. Click that bell button, and that'll give you a notification of when next I do another video. As I say, this is just going to be a short one, just of who I am. So there you go. This is Paul from Eyeball Armoury, and I'll talk to you soon.